So today what we are going to understand is how can we write our own program so as to simulate the pipe in the shell. So consider the example of the command that is separated by the pipe. So man ls pipe, grep ls pipe, then wc. So here I have three commands: man, then grep, then wc, and what is going to do is redirecting the output from the man ls to the grep ls and grep ls to the wc to the pipe. So we try to simulate this output using our program. So first you consider this figure. Here first what we are going to do is create the three child process corresponding to these man, grep and wc commands. Now what we are going to do is first I create the child process using fork system call, and there is one parent process. So the output from the man ls is redirected to the pipe first, and then this output is then redirected to the standard input. After that it is taken using this to the grep, and then it is redirected to again pipe using standard output, and then it is again redirected to the pipe standard output, from standard output to the pipe writer end. After that it is taken to the input, to the standard input, and using the pipe writer end, reader end, it is redirected to the standard input. So what we are going to do is first write the program so as to simulate this standard redirecting of the output from the standard input to the file descriptor writer end of the pipe 1. So consider my program first. So before that I am tell you two things, like what I am going to do before starting off this thing. So first I am going to create the two file descriptors, and then I am creating the two pipes, this pipe and secondly this pipe, and what I am going to do is error checking for these two pipes using -1. After that I am creating the child process. So in the child process what I am going to do is specifying the file descriptors and the old file descriptor and the new file descriptor. So what it is going to do is replace the old file descriptor with the new file descriptor, and whatever output we get in the new file descriptor, it is taken to the new old file descriptor. So here in the example, if we see standard output is std out output is to be redirected to the file descriptor 1 bracket 1. So what I am going to do is specify the file descriptor 1 that is the old file descriptor or the file descriptor that I want to be replaced corresponding to the standard output. So this is my one for standard output. Now I am closing the rest of the file descriptors which I am not using, and after that I am using the exec system call so as to run this man ls command. Instead of /bin/ls you can specify only ls command. Now in the second child process what I am going to do is to simulate this thing. So what I am going to do is first redirect my output from the pipe to the standard input using this FD10 or reader end descriptor. So what I am going to do is first specify the file descriptor that I want to have the output, and second is the new file descriptor corresponding to that I want the output. So I want that the output from the standard input is to be redirected to the file descriptor 1 bracket 0, that is reader end. After that, what I am doing is specifying this standard output to my file descriptor 1. So here what I am doing is redirecting my std file descriptor 2 to the std out using this again. So first argument is the old file descriptor or the file descriptor that I want to be done, and then one file descriptor that is standard output. So what it is going to do is whatever I write to the standard output, it is going to be redirected to the file descriptor 2. Same case here also. So now I am closing the rest of my file descriptor which I am not using, and again doing the exact system call so as to run my grep ls command, which I show you this grep ls. Now consider the case for the third child. In the case of the third child, I am again doing the dub2 system call. This is called as the duplicate system call. So it is duplicate the two file descriptors. After that it will replace the old file descriptor with the new file descriptor. So whatever work we done with the new file descriptor, it is to be done on the old file descriptor only, but the file descriptor gets changed. So in the third case, if I show you the figure, so here what I am going to do is redirect my output, reader end output to the standard input. So if I show you in my program, so what I am going to do is redirect my redirect is my pipe output to the standard input. So when I write to the standard input, it is to be done by the reader end. Now what I am going to do is closing the writer end of the file descriptor 2 and rest of the file descriptor which I am not using, that is for the pipe 1, and doing the exact system call for doing the wc command. It is this one. So in each time I am running the exec system call so as to run the man ls, then grep ls and wc, and what I am doing is specifying the file, changing the file descriptor corresponding to the man ls output to the pipe, and then from the std input to the pipe. So likewise I am doing this. After that what I am doing is closing the file descriptor for the parent program, because in the parent program I am not using it. Now I want that my parent should wait until all the child gets finished. So what I am doing is waiting until all my file descriptors gets closed or finished. So I am starting from 0 to 2, and then I am printing the statement. So let us see the output of this file. So if I run it, you will see betterly. I zoom out. Okay, so if I run it ./auto. So you see my first program is parent. So first parent runs, after that my child 2 and child 3 and child 1 runs. Now what I am getting is this 11, 88 and 806. So I will tell you what is these three numbers. First I will show you the output corresponding to this pipe symbol. So man ls, then grep ls, then wc. So same output we are getting. So I tell you this, what is 11? 11 is nothing but number of lines, and what is 88 is the number of words, and 806 is number of characters. So it will display all the letters, lines, words, and characters corresponding to the ls. So if I show you man ls, grep ls, you see this, whatever line I am getting the ls, so it will be displayed over here. 11, if you count, it is 11. 88 is the number of words in these lines, and 806 is the number of characters. Thank you for that. If you have any doubt, please comment me or ask me. Thank you for giving your precious time.